Ciao, homie!
Day 3 at the 2021 Magnusson Strongman Classic brings us the axle deadlift. And this is a 325 kilogram for reps axle deadlift in a 75-second time limit. It's happening at Hofti. And this is actually the house where Magnus Magnuson says where Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev met to end the Cold War. So I told you I saw that photo on Google. Apparently, I was right in what my eyes were showing me. So apparently, a very, very important house in history. The axles have trollers, he called them. So those are what Icelandic fishing boats use to sink fishing nets. And they actually look rusty like they were in use. So pretty cool implements to be using here. So let's have a look at how the axle deadlift broke down at the 2021 Magnusson Strongman Classic. First, we have Thomas Dari Thorstisten, and he withdrew, so he did not compete in the deadlift. We then had Teodora Margado, and I finally looked him up on Strongman Archives because I had to know how tall he is. 6'10", which would make him taller than both Brian Shaw and Thor. Unbelievable how big this guy is. So he went second in the order. He could not break it off the ground at all. 0 points for him. Then you had Stan Carradine, and he withdrew due to injury in the stone to shoulder event, so he did not compete in the deadlift either. You had a 0 for Sigfus Fostal, who went 7th in the order. I noticed the crew helping not only him, but all the guys strap in their straps, and they're all using traditional straps from what I could tell. I had never noticed that before in other contests, so perhaps it's because the axle might be rusty or slippery or whatnot, but they were assisting there. And on his lift, his strap slips and his left hand comes out, so he's not able to get the 1 rep. He tries again and still has the same issue. Sigfus walks away, seeming frustrated with the strap, so I don't know if he was frustrated with the actual strap material or with the bar or what, but he seemed a bit frustrated, so unfortunate for him, an equipment malfunction. 0 for Dennis Kohlhus, who ended up withdrawing as well, so he did not compete in the deadlift either. Then you have 6.5 points going to Christian John Harrelson, who does 1 rep and is very happy with that. He went 11th in the order. He had that shoulder injury from earlier on in the competition and was happy to get his 1 rep and walk away. 6.5 points shared with Sami Ahola, who also comes away with 1 rep, so he went 8th in the order. He gave a big effort to get that one, wasn't going to get another one. He tried it, but it just wasn't there. 8.5 points go to Lautaro Lorda, who gets 3 repetitions. He ended up going first before anybody else. Magnus Magnuson said that these deadlifts are slightly higher than a normal deadlift. They didn't look like 13-inch or anything like that, so maybe 10-inch. They looked slightly to me, and I could even pass for a 9-inch to me if no one had told me any different. He gets the 3 reps, and he seems happy with that. 8.5 points are split with Urban Teut as well, who also gets 3 reps. He went 4th in the order. Off to a good pace on his first 2. Then he manages a 3rd with some strenuous effort there. And then he takes a rest and barely breaks it off the ground to try to get the 4th. Not there. However, Pierre Motal gets 4 reps for 10.5 points. He went 3rd in the order. 4 good reps. Then his left strap comes a little bit loose and he pulls again without dipping his hips much at all. Kind of just almost a bent over row. And it actually got up surprisingly high but couldn't lock it out. 10.5 points to Eithor Ingolf Sunmelstead as well. He went 9th in the order. Did 4 of them at a medium difficulty. Pretty smooth reps. Tried a hitch on the 5th rep, and it looked like the hitch was enough to get it over, but then didn't get it for some reason. So 10.5 points, 4 reps for Eithor. Ryan England gets 5 reps for 12 points, and he went 6th in the order. He's a strong deadlifter, as you can see when you look at the photos and videos of this particular contest. He gets 5 solid smooth reps before resting, so that's quite a few reps here without taking a rest. Then he tried a 6th and couldn't get it. 6 reps for Kim Ukarik Larsson. 13 points go to him, and he went 5th in the order. Apparently, he's Greenland's strongest man, which Magnus mentioned here. He pulled over 400 kilograms before, so that was evident in his first 4 reps, which were pretty easy. He pushed himself through a 5th. He actually even got a 6th after a comfortable hitch. Tried a 7th, but no there. 13 points. Very, very good outcome for Kim Ukarik Larsson. And that means 14 points go to Maxime Boudreau. So I don't want to say the controversy continues, but this one was in his favor, actually. So he went 10th in the order. I thought deadlift wasn't his thing. It wasn't his best event. But I guess this weight for reps is good for him. However, I must say that afterward they interviewed him and he said he's really been working on deadlift and yoke because World's Strongest Man 2021 this year and how he finished there gave him a lot of confidence to really push himself and to think that if I improve these two things, I can really be good. So he said he's been working on it. So as I said here, they gave him 7, but I didn't really think he locked out the 7th one. His shoulders were a little bit hunched. I don't know. Maybe it's because the shoulders were hunched and the back was still locked out that it didn't look like it was, but it didn't quite look locked out to me. However, as I say here, he's had a rough competition with things not quite going his way, so maybe he was owed one, and they gave it to him. Maxime Boudreau wins the Magnus Magnusson Strongman Classic 2021 deadlift for reps. So when I have some information about the last event, you can check that out by clicking here.